couple.
Yeah, right now?
Yeah. Okay, sure.
Okay, great.
You got it all inside of you.
Yeah, should work fine. Can I have 10 seconds or 20 seconds?
Okay.
I didn't know, sorry.
All right.
That's fine. He just wants that. Yeah, yeah, no, that's fine. You can just go time and then
Feel it to be true. And when you dance,
Yeah, sure.
Is it okay to stand here or you'd rather sit down there?
where do you want me?
Standing here?
Here?
Is
Okay, yep.
I don't want to, make you stand up for too long. Okay, let me just check the camera's on. Yes, it is. What a return! Leila Fernandez! Take a bounce! That's point, ladies and gentlemen. Championship Billie Jean King Cup point. Here in Sunhill. What attacking? What defense? Wow! Wow! Look at this! Boy,
I was probably a little bit bamboozled with with everything. Sorry.
And Billie Jean King Cup 2023, that's a wrap.
Ready? Play. Ready? Play.
Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, whatever time it is in the world, wherever you are tuning in from. Ghosty, you are up incredibly early. Wonderful to have you with us as we enjoy this encounter between Slovakia and Great Britain. First thing I'll do is I'll share the score on the screen, and then I have another task, which you'll soon see what it is. But first of all, we'll share the score of this particular encounter on the screen. Emma Raducanu, Billie Jean King Cup. How are we doing today? Do get voting in our poll. By the way, it's just broken that Rafa Nadal is actually going to play singles today against Botic van der Zandschulp. It'll be fascinating to see his level. And of course, what else lies in store. And we've actually got a break of serve already from Raducanu. So she leads 1-love. I will get to the match in a second. Sofa score, maybe. Do hit that like button. And of course, if you are new to the channel, do hit subscribe. What do we think about the epic encounter between Poland and Italy last night? And the underarm serve from Irani on match point. Well, I'm struggling to find somewhere where it is. Okay, what about something very boring, but we can share the Talking Tennis website, which it'll include that score from last night, which finished 2-1 to Italy, thanks to 7-5, 7-5 win for the doubles in the deciding situation. Emma's best serve ever. Yes, indeed. Just a second. Here we go. So you can see there, Raducanu's got the break already, though she is love 15 down on her serve. Okay, second thing I have to do. I wanted to wait, and it was this. I have to practice quite a lot today, and I suspect I'm going to get it wrong more often than not, but here we go. Are we ready?
Viktoria Hruncakova.
Hruncakova. He does it with his best Italian accent. Well, Hruncakova is making inroads into the Emma Raducanu serve here. It is 15-30. I don't know. I have to say, don't know. I think she was a little bit annoyed at various points in the match, but it might have been about her level or it might have been something else. But I quite liked to see annoyed Paolini. It's something we don't see very often.
Viktoria Hruncakova.
No, this is definitely not an Aston Villa hoodie, Ghosty. And we have 2 break points on the Raducanu serve for an immediate break back for Slovakia. First serve goes into the net, so that will not help Emma or nor Great Britain. Backhand return is wild, though, from
Viktoria Hruncakova.
This could be a very elongated stream if I do that for every time I need to say her name. 1 break point save, though, for Emma Raducanu, 30-40. And she saves another one, and we're back to deuce. Remember, not deciding point, unlike the doubles. And a wonderful serve there, meaning she's now got game points, having 2 break points. 3 points in a row for the Brit, much to the delight of the Brits in the crowd. Inside out forehand from the Slovakian. Brings it back to deuce, forcing the error. Hey Lexi, how are you? Long time. Hope you're okay. Do hit that like button. And don't forget to subscribe. Well, of course, you're subscribed, Lexi. But anyway, don't forget the like button, everyone. And of course, if you are new, anyone, do hit subscribe. We are at deuce here, though. So, having had those 3 points in a row, Raducanu. Now,
Viktoria Hruncakova.
has won 2 points in a row after a double fault from Emma Raducanu. By the way, Ghosty, must be very early in the morning where you are. I thought she beat Marino in straight sets, Ghosty. But you might well be right. Anyway, now it's a break point here. So Emma back under pressure. Where's this serve going to go? She's going to go to the backhand. But it's not landed in. So once again, she's failing to get her first serve in. Down the tee, forehand return. Now it's on the forehand of Emma. Emma goes big, of course, with a forehand winner, as only she can. From a neutral position, she goes big, and she reaps the reward. Deuce. Now she's on the backhand at the net. She's gone back behind the Slovak, and it's now game point. This is turning into a bit of an epic game, this one. According to her comments in media, she was very happy with the way she dealt with pressure moments, mind you, Ghosty. But of course, we can all feel these things differently. I think it's it's the player in question who's making that. In fact, I'm pretty sure it is. So game point here, and a game that's lasted almost 9 minutes already. Backhand return. There's really good depth on that, almost landing a plum on the line, and it is deuce. I knew Raducanu well. I don't know why I thought it was straight sets, but thank you, Ghosty. So, deuce. Emma here. Where's she going with this one? She's going to the forehand. It's a great return. Now it's on the backhand of Emma, though. Wow, Emma did really well there, both on the defense and then turning it ultimately into attack to garner another game point. Okay, Raducanu here. Game point. Getting on for 10 minutes now, this game. Where are you going with this serve? You are going to hit it in the net. Now, game point. Raducanu, 1-love. She leads, having helped the break. Decent return, though. It's gone long. Not decent enough. And I'm going to take a very, very quick break. I'll be back with you in about 60 seconds.
Thanks for tuning into this watch along. While there's a break in play, here's a reminder to hit the like button, subscribe, and click that notification bell. Your support helps to keep the channel going. While we're here, you can now become a member to enjoy perks including badges for the live chat, but also bonus material such as interviews with top players from both ATP and WTA tours. The membership link is pinned in the live chat. You can also follow us on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram. So whether it be serves or volleys, forehands or backhands, serve bots or drop shots, we've got you covered, whether that be via our website, talking-tennis.com, where you can read features and interviews from our top writers. Or if you prefer us in audio form, you can subscribe to our podcast on Apple, Amazon or Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts from. Remember, we offer you wall-to-wall coverage via our regular watch-alongs, magazine shows such as Nick's WTA Weekly or Damien and Mario's ATP version. Plus, we deliver top content from people on the ground, actually at the tournaments, so you get even nearer to the action. So, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on all things tennis.
All things tennis indeed. 15 all here. Looks like Heather Watson there's drinking coffee. $30 all. Not yet, Ghosty. Okay, 30 all here. Chance for, well, not quite a chance yet, but almost a sniff at a double break hit for Emma. Wasn't Marino the set where she won 6-love, Ghosty? Oh, Emma putting that forehand turn into the net. 2-1. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the one I thought. Sorry, Ghosty, you're confusing me now. I thought you said it went 3 sets. Okay, in the second anyway. Yeah, I did actually watch that now. I remember now. I thought she was just going big on the second serve um rather than anything else. Well, Lexi, I'm sure you'll be keen to know that Rafa Nadal is due to play sometime in around about 5 hours. Yeah, I see that, Ghosty. Anyway, 2-1 here. The double break wasn't there for Emma. My yogurt with muesli and fruit has almost been polished off, as we say in the UK. I don't know if you would use that expression in North America. Well, Lexi, funny you should ask. Probably playing the best tennis she's played in a while. A few months, perhaps. I mean, remember her, by the way, that little clay purple patch she had, Billie Jean King Cup qualifier, followed by Stuttgart. A couple of good wins at Wimbledon. Chose not to play the North American hard court swing, turned up at in New York a bit cold, unsurprisingly. Said she was saving herself for the Asian swing, got injured. So it's probably not difficult to suggest that Raducanu is playing some of the best tennis she's played, certainly in several months. Wonderful forehand passing shot there. 30 love. Forty love now for Emma. Well, it's an interesting theory, Ghosty. I'm not sure I subscribe to it. And Emma Raducanu holds to love. So 3-1, again to the applause of the British team. What do we think about some of the vibes we get at these tournaments? I don't know. I feel like it's like a child sports day. Yeah. Am I being snooty? Still don't know if in the US you use the expression to polish off. No co-hosts allowed on British Fed Cup days. Love 30 now for Raducanu. Again, she's applying a bit of pressure. She got to 30 before, albeit then. Oof, let's try and let's see if we can all do it together, shall we? The pronunciation, I mean. So here we go.
Viktoria Hruncakova.
Viktoria Hruncakova
Viktoria Hruncakova.
is facing 3 break points. Love 40 here. Emma getting off to a flyer, much like she did against Marino. That's Rebecca, not Dan. That serve is going to go out wide. Forehand return for members, good. And it's going to force the error. And she breaks. 4-1 now. I'll be back with you in about 90 seconds. If there's one match from Rafa's story where you think that was a missed opportunity, there was a big chance. There
have matches
2
or 3 in Australian Open. No more. We lose the opportunity in Wimbledon against Djokovic in semi-final.
2018.
Then we lose the opportunity more important because that was semi-final. We lose the opportunity in Australian Open. In the Australian Open 2014, 2012 and 2017.
Yeah.
In 14 because he has an injury against Babrinka that before he had never lose against him. Then with Djokovic and Federer, he had breakup in the 5th.
Yeah.
And 40-30 or 30-50. I don't remember well. It was a ball very close, goes up. But this is what happened. There was in Roland Garros 2009. Of course, I am sure that he won. He won this tournament when he has no problems in his knee, because at this moment he was the best. He won Australian Open, then he won the tournaments on clay, and he arrived with problems in Roland Garros. For this reason, in my opinion, he lose. But there are others time that maybe he has to lose and he won.
Nadal has been confirmed that he will play in the singles today, which is one of the reasons why I played that video. In what could well be his last singles match of his career. Raducanu here, 4-1, 15 love. Now it's 30 love. Pretty impressive stuff here from the Brit, but then I guess you would make her the favourite in this particular encounter. Despite the Slovaks' heroics earlier in the tournament. 40 love now with a backhand winner down the line from Emma Raducanu. We really should get Botic van der Zandschulp's comments that he made last year at the Davis Cup. Let's see if I can find them. Oh, there they are, yeah. Well, we'll play them at some point. And Raducanu now leads 5-1. Lexi's very happy with the form of Emma Raducanu today and probably throughout this tournament so far. Ah, Lexi's in Norway. Norway! Norway! That's a very bad joke. Yeah, I guess it feels right. Hey, listen, if he wins, then no problem. Maybe they're just banking on Alcaraz winning and then... Yeah, I don't know. I think that probably, therefore, we'll not see him in the doubles if it goes that far. Good serve there. Need to bring out my inner Czech. Oh, my inner Slovak even, sorry.
Viktoria Hruncakova.
Hruncakova. Come on, John. Hruncakova. It's not that difficult. Forehand from Emma. Forehand from Hruncakova hits the top of the tape and bounces back on her side. It's now 15-30. Raducanu, 2 points away from winning the set. Got a slight score mistake there. 30-15 from me. That's a second. It's an ace, sorry. First ace of the match for Hruncakova. Down the tee, but it's gone wide. Forehand return from Raducanu into the forehand of Hruncakova. Now on the backhand of Emma. That's just low net clearance there from Emma. Forehand Raducanu. Forehand to forehand into the backhand of Hruncakova. Is that going to be a winner? It is. Taken on the rise. Lovely, lovely, lovely jubbly. 40-15. I've uploaded a few little clips as well for members only. So if anyone wishes to become a member, you can do so from as little as €2 or dollars per month. A few little bonus clips there, including a tennis workout at the Rafa Nadal Academy in Mallorca. Into the net. On the first serve from Hruncakova. Backhand return. And Raducanu attacks the net. It's not going to work, this tactic, though. Don't really think that was probably the right decision to make, especially if you're not going to execute the volley in that manner. Not that she would have been able to foresee that. 5-2. And we'll take a quick break.
Ready? Play.
So, back here we are with Raducanu serving. Love 15 on her serve. But she makes it 15-all. She edges closer to winning this first set and putting herself and also Great Britain in a very useful position. Oh, lovely play there from Emma coming to the net and finishing that off, 30-15. She's gone wide on the first serve there. Now she's in a bit of a battle for this point. Hruncakova comes into the net, loops up an attempted lob, but it's not going to go anywhere. She mishits that, and it's 30 all. Forehand return is into the net, and we've got a set point for Emma Raducanu. First set point, as the commentator points out. Where are you going with this one, Emma? You are going into the backhand. Now she's on her forehand. Forehand of Hruncakova, forehand from Emma. Could have come into the net there. Chose not to. Stayed back. Perhaps having erred before on that. She's on the defensive now, though, Emma. And it's going to be a forehand winner from Hruncakova. And it's deuce. As I try to pronounce her name freely, not sure I succeeded. Forehand winner now. It's a break point for Hruncakova from set point down, point up. Maybe some of those wobbles that Ghosty highlighted earlier. Ooh, let first serve. And they're winning that point. Big point it was too. So back to deuce. Out of the top drawer, indeed. That return there from Hruncakova. My goodness me. And now she has a break point. And she's taken it. So one of those breaks is back. And so now, has there been a bit of a momentum swing away from Emma? Well, she's lost the first 2 points of the next game as well. So these are concerning times for her with that momentum. We saw a couple of incredible momentum swings yesterday. 5 games in a row for Poland, followed by 6 in a row for Italy. (30-15) here now, though. A little bit of frustration there from Hruncakova. But now she's got 2 game points. Wow. Real momentum swing here for consolidating this. She consolidates this break, and Emma will be under immense pressure. Oh, net cord. Bit of a lucky shot there on the return for Emma. 40-30. So, game point, though, still for her opponent. And Raducanu goes long on the return. It's 5-4 now. Well, well, well. We'll take a quick break, and then I will be back for the remainder of this set. Wrong button.
Thanks for tuning into this watch along. While there's a break in play, here's a reminder to hit the like button, subscribe and click that notification bell. Your support helps to keep the channel going. While we're here, you can now become a member to enjoy perks including badges for the live chat, but also bonus material such as interviews with top players from both ATP and WTA tours. The membership link is pinned in the live chat. You can also follow us on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram. So whether it be serves or volleys, forehands or backhands, serve bots or drop shots, we've got you covered. Whether that be via our website, talking-tennis.com, where you can read features and interviews from our top writers. Or if you prefer us in audio form, you can subscribe to our podcast on Apple, Amazon or Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts from. Remember, we offer you wall-to-wall coverage via our regular watch-alongs, magazine shows such as Nick's WTA Weekly or Damien and Mario's ATP version. Plus, we deliver top content from people on the ground, actually at the tournaments, so you get even nearer to the action. So, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on all things tennis.
All things tennis indeed. A pretty special day in tennis as we potentially watch Rafa Nadal play his last ever match, last ever singles match and last ever match. Of course, it depends on lots of different things, depends on Spain's progress at the very least, and then also whether he does play other matches. I think if he took a beating in straight sets today, but Spain still qualified, I guess then we might be looking at doubles only participation for Rafa. Of course, what we don't know is if for example, Carlos wins and Rafa loses, or Carlos loses and Rafa wins, there'll be a big celebration and stuff, but we still don't know if it's his last ever match. But we know this is the final countdown, put it that way. Now, Emma Raducanu, we're back to the present and the immediate right now. 30 love, she leads. Hi, everyone in the chat. I will come to some of your points that I can see that are being addressed right now, or need to be addressed, perhaps is the expression I'm looking for. Right, 3 set points for Emma Raducanu. Set points 2, 3, and 4 for her. And a forehand winner is huge from Hruncakova. 40-15. But Raducanu does end up taking the set. Wow. Somebody here. I don't know if this is a bot. What do we think? Do we think this is a bot? Very good hold in the end. Hi, Dave, by the way. Please do hit the like button, everyone. Okay, interesting there. The Lara Croft of tennis. Hey, Eddie, how are you? Eddie, by the way, if you want to join me, you're more than welcome to. I'm trying to do several things at once, by the way, people, which is why occasionally I go quiet. Eddie, I'm actually writing a message into the group chat right now. It'd be great if you can see this message. Okay, so Raducanu takes that first set. To be honest with you, probably should have done it a little bit easier than it ended up turning out to be. Some people thrive in the team environment. I think Jasmine Paolini sort of grows another couple of centimeters in this environment. Some people find it more difficult and prefer the solitude, if you like, of sport. By the way, for those of you thinking, oh, okay, this is interesting, they transform this arena quickly into Davis Cup arena. No, they don't. Two different places, basically. This is where the Billie Jean King Cup is taking place. The Davis Cup is taking place in a big stadium, but I think it's right by. I could see a British lady there looking like she's very upset with some Slovak kids. Forehand return from Emma is long, so 15 love. Four. Who is it for, everyone?
Viktoria Hruncakova.
There we go. First serve into the net. Forehand return from Emma is long, so 30 love. Yeah, I think at first, Ghosty, I thought that they were like her kids or her grandkids or whatever anyway, or maybe just kids with her. But I looked at them, they were all wearing Slovak t-shirts. So, a little bit of feistiness in the crowd. A little bit of maybe a few scuffles between 8-year-old Slovaks and let's go 65-year-old Brits. Maybe that makes it equal in a way, you know. Oh dear, the broadcast messed up, did they, Dave? I didn't know that. Explains why I missed it in real time, but I thought I was looking down at my laptop at the time. So, oh well. By the way, the screen share now has a different name. Let me fix this. Oh, some more coffee being handed around. So the Slovak's looking very bemused by that. She's going, I didn't order any coffee. Reminds me of an Elton John concert I was once at. I'm not going to go into too many details. What was Emma thinking? Was it a troll? Oh, Irani. Sorry, I misread that. I think she said afterwards that she just wanted to lighten the sort of feeling, as obviously it was a still very tense moment. I mean, actually, although they did win all those games in a row, I think it got to maybe 30 all on her serve before she eked out a match point. And then, of course, it goes to deuce and it suddenly becomes break point. And before you know it, you're in a deciding set tie break. And listen, despite winning in straight sets and despite losing all those games in a row, the Poles had, I just felt during the rallies, there were so many times that the Polish team should have won the point, and yet somehow the Italians won it. I say somehow. Yes, some good defense, but also, I'm starting to sound like an American now, defense. Some good defense from the Italians. I thought the Poles let them off the hook far too often and got punished for it. I mean, 3 set points, I think it was, or at least 2. No, 3, I think it was, in the first set. 5-1 in the second. But aside from the scoreboard, just the rallies, the Poles were up. They were up, up, up. Time to go for the killer, and they just didn't put it away. I see a lot of people, suggesting that certain players maybe didn't up their game, but I think that's a bit harsh. Everyone has their level, and with the exception of Arina Sabalenka, no one in world tennis has the level of Iga Swiatek. And the Italian doubles of Paolini and Irani are pretty good, Lexi. Yes, indeed. Of course, gold medalists at the Olympics this week. This year, sorry, not this week. This week we are at the Billie Jean King Cup. 1-1 here in the second set as Emma holds. Backhand return from Emma. Has that gone long? Yeah, I think it has. 15 love. Probably no, Ghosty, for 2 reasons. One, her serve is not exactly what's the word? Dynamic. It's not John Isner. And 2, Wimbledon probably has a few more eyes on it than the Billie Jean King Cup. Oh, Hruncakova. It was the right choice. I don't know if she's annoyed at herself over the election. And by that, I don't mean nationwide ballots. But the execution, then she can be annoyed with herself. Because it was the absolute right choice. 15 all. I still thought that was the right choice, Ghosty. It's subjective, I get that. But anyway, it is what it is. She's up 30-15 now. And now it's 40-15. Slovakia, of course, beating United States and Australia on this run to the semis. The win over the US in particular, very impressive. Lovely forehand return there from Emma. By the way, in tweets that haven't aged well, let's share a tweet. Let's share a tweet for you, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Boom. So he is playing singles, as it turns out. It looks like Karen Hatchanoff has received some Nadal gear. Anyway, Raducanu here serving. 1-2. Not sure if it's been confirmed yet that Nadal is playing singles, but it does look more and more likely. Oh boy. Just watching a commercial there. Okay, 15:30 here on the Raducanu serve. We'll have plenty more Rafa Nadal stuff, of course, as the day progresses. As Emma wins the next point for 30 all. Looks like the Nike marketing department are going into overdrive, perhaps understandably. We will be bringing you more action later on today, of course, from Malaga. Most likely the singles match between Rafa Nadal and Botic Sander Zansub. And Raducanu levels things up. So, 2-2, but it is love 15 in the Brits' favour. Backhand return from Emma Raducanu here. She's got a bit of pressure on the serve. Good defense there from Emma. Now she's back in the serve. Lovely slice there from Emma. And it forces the error, does it? Well, I think she probably still should have dealt with that. But Emma Raducanu has 2 break points. Count them. I know you won't. So, can she take advantage of the first one? Down the tee. Should not be winning this point, but she does because of a backhand error from Hruncakova. Goes long, and Emma Raducanu leads by a set and a break. We do know that set and break leads can soon disappear, but she's 3 games away from giving the Brits a 1-love advantage in this tie. Yeah, very nice. Ghosty, I mean, you're almost sounding like an expert, like pundit there. Good question, Ghosty. Ah, okay. Well, would you like a clue, Ghosty? Her brother also works in tennis. She's a former player. She has a somewhat difficult surname to pronounce, I would suggest. Maybe you need to go on the website to check the pronunciation, WTA website. If indeed as a former player, her name and pronunciation is still there. Her brother is an umpire. Only turns up for the big occasions, let's say. Basically, I see him umpiring at Wimbledon, maybe in a final, and then you don't see him again for a while. Maybe he doesn't like to travel, which is, tricky if you want to work on the tour. Clue is in the title. Anyway, love 15 here on Raducanu's serve. Shall I tell you, Ghosty? Yes, brother's an umpire. Brother's name is James, I believe. Okay. Anne Kyothvang. Yes, Ghosty. I guess, did you Google it? 30-15 here for Raducanu. She seeks a 4-2 lead. Right now, she's 3 games away from winning this first match, this first rubber, as they call it in tennis. She puts a backhand into the net, so it's 30 all. Interesting, Ghosty says. Interesting. Didn't think I was going to tell you. Raducanu here serving out wide. Misses the first serve. Remember, she was a double break up in the first set before losing one of those breaks. She broke in the first game of the match. Forehand return is really good, but it's not one of the point yet, and it's not going to win the point like that. She dumps a backhand into the net. Hruncakova. I think it could be a while before I get this. I saw, by the way, Naomi Cavaday come in for a bit of criticism this week, but I can't remember why. But yeah, I think he does do some work with Emma, but it's all a bit unclear as to what the coaching situation is. I remember her talking about it in Stuttgart, but it seemed like she had somebody working with her on a temporary basis. But sometimes these things become permanent. Is Emma a maverick? Maybe. Double fault. Deuce. Yeah. I sort of get it, Ghosty. I sort of get it. I'm 50-50 on it. Let's say that, Ghosty. I mean, they get my attention when I see players throw rackets at them. Ooh, is Emma just... Ooh, I thought... Ooh, is she okay? That looked a pretty nasty situation that sort of looked like a sprained ankle-esque type fall, but actually, or stumble, I should say, but she looks fine. She's not dwelling on it. It's going to be a second serve deuce. She'll be keen to get this serve in and get these 2 points out the way. But that's not going to help with that return. But is that a wonderful forehand winner? Much to the chagrin of Hruncakova. Unbelievable, unerring accuracy there from Emma. She's got a game point. I thought she was in trouble after that return, but she dealt with it with aplomb. Landing plumb on the line. Indeed, Ghosty. Game point here for Raducanu, but she misses the first serve. Backhand return is good. Emma on the defense. Emma on the defense, but she's dealing with it. Not that time, though, into the net. Deuce. I wonder if we might be just seeing the beginning of one or two little physical issues, perhaps, for Emma. And I don't mean this. I mean in terms of, listen, I wonder if, Great Britain do make the final, where she'll be at physically. Obviously, the final, I think, is tomorrow. Oh, that reminds me. WTA Weekly, which I think we'll have for Thursday. Game point here again for Emma Raducanu. And Emma Raducanu does hold for 4-2. Backhand return, forehand from Hruncakova is into the net. So love 15. Emma Raducanu leading a set and a break here. 2-4 with the Slovaks serving and love 15. Am I building it up nicely? Hey, Lexi's back. Okay, Lexi, that's good. We paused the commentary in your absence. Lexi, by the way, is a member. And as a result, she gets to view some of our exclusive footage, as well as having a few other perks that you can use in the live chat, including emojis and other stuff. But perhaps most significantly, she's also helping the channel. Raducanu is leading by a set and a break, which, given your comments from earlier, I guess you'll be happy with that. And it's love 30 now. Lovely backhand drive volley winner there from Emma. It was fantastic. I think she's been defending really well today. Well, 2 break points here now, 15-40. But she saves the first with an ace. Am I the only one who's disappointed we didn't get a Poland GB final. Sorry, Italy. Sorry, Jasmine, friend of the show. Ooh, I thought that was going to be a second ace there, but it must have just gone wide. So, 30-40, second break point needed to be saved here. Back, forehand return, forehand to forehand. The forehand goes long, and Emma gets the double break, just like she had in the first set. Clenched fist, 5-2 she leads. When she returns to the court, she will be serving for the match. You've been to the French Open final. Your breakthrough, at least standout result at the beginning of your career was on grass against Venus. You've been very solid on the hard courts. Is there a slam in particular that you go, I think that's, if I'm going to get one, the first one might come here, there, or where?
Well, I don't know. I mean, everyone, I'm like, I think this is the first one. So I don't know. I mean, obviously now going to the French, I do have a lot of confidence on the surface. But I'm not really thinking about that. I feel like, in the past I was, and it gave me some like defeats that I feel like I shouldn't have lost, maybe more so my head. So going in now, I mean, I feel like, everyone could be the one, but I think I have to just take it a match at a time and just feel it out and enjoy it. I think when you focus too much on the destination, you don't enjoy the journey there. So now I want to focus more on the journey, and if the destination gets there, that's great.
So yeah, I've just written in the live chat, Sean, I do see quite, it does happen in individual sports when you have that rare moment of playing in a team that, sharing the pressure and even rising to the pressure is a very different mentality, and one that some people find more difficult in the individual environment compared to the collective. I always think of Colin Montgomery in this particular case, who ultimately never won a major title in golf in that individual pursuit, and yet when it came to the Ryder Cup, he excelled. Emma Raducanu goes long with a forehand there. Talking of pressure, love 15. She's trying to serve out this particular encounter. Good serve there from Raducanu. Into the body of Emma. Now she's going to defend with that cultured shot, as I used that expression last night, but she goes love 30 because the smash is put away. Eddie asking me, has she won yet? You're welcome, Sean. It's not very often I make sense. Yeah. let's praise the drums as they stare down the barrel. As Emma is trying to serve this one out, albeit it is love 30 on her serve. Where's she going with this one? Forehand return is pretty decent. Oh, what a backhand winner there. And is Emma going to lose one of those 2 breaks advantage she has, like she did in the first set? Look at this. See, look what Sean can do. As a member, he can do these funny little waves, which I think is the exclusive domain of members. Dave is a member. Lexi is a member as well. And if you're a member, you'll be getting some Billie Jean King Cup interviews uploaded, including from Daniel Collins, I know, and others. Oh, talking to Daniel Collins, Ghosty's there mentioning that in terms of Daniel. I agree in terms of the way she was aggressive hitting on the rise. Anyway, Emma Raducanu kind of saved one of the break points, 15-40. Oh, and she saved another with an ace. But she's gone long on the first serve. Backhand here. She's coming into the net. She's going to be down in the point here, but Emma's defending well. Oh, but she's not going to defend that one, and she is broken. Slovakia gets one of the breaks back. I guess I can call them Slovakia to help me with the pronunciation.
Viktoria Hruncakova
Gets one of those breaks back. So, the story is that Rafa Nadal is going to play singles today, but we'll see. It's not been 100% confirmed, but let's say 90%. 15 love, unreturnable serve there from Viktoria Hruncakova. Inferior, yeah. I don't know. I think when they're both sort of playing well, yeah. I mean, I guess in terms of stature within the game, for sure, but she's got a Slovak sticker on her leg. Tattoo-esque, although I don't think it's permanent. Good return there from Emma off a decent serve, but it's the forehand error from Hruncakova, meaning 30-15. Body art things. Yeah, I know they're not tattoo. I know it's not a tattoo, Dave, but thank you. Dave, they're down with the kids. He knows what they're doing. If you want to become a member, it's pinned in the live chat, or you can just simply hit join below the screen. And Emma's not going to deal with that one. 40-15. Looks like she's going to have to serve it out again. Wonderful serve, and she is going to have to serve it out again. So, Emma, those jitters that one or two people, or more specifically Ghosty, were mentioning in the live chat, are they going to be returning once more as she tries to serve this out? Yeah, I think, you know, as you rightly mentioned, the Daniel Collins comparison. When Daniel Collins is firing, you know, she's a match for anyone. The problem is sometimes these attacking players, you know, have mishaps. Now, that's not to say that Emma's not attacking as well. I mean, it's probably the best thing about Emma's game is the aggression. I just don't see inferior is probably. I don't see a huge gap to even today. I see a huge gap in terms of consistency, which is unusual because actually Emma's normally the one inconsistent. And I see what you mean in terms of the ranking, of course. Maybe. By the way, I'm sure people are going to be, you know, clipping this and thinking John here is suggesting that Hruncakova is on Emma's level. Not at all. Maybe I'm just not wording it correctly. They do look pretty comfortable, yeah. They seem to wheel them out, Dave, for Billie Jean and Davis Cup encounters. That's insane. But Ghosty, I reckon Brazil is nuts. Brazilians are just nuts for tattoos. Probably they have more tattoos than people, by which I mean that the average person or a lot of people will have 3 or 4 tattoos. So, Emma Raducanu, can you serve it out? Well, that's not going to help. A very nervy forehand into the net there from Emma. Forehand here from Emma, though, is going to be too good. Much to her delight. 15 all. 3 points away from victory. And giving Britain a 1-love lead. No lacking in bravery there, Emma. Billie Jean King watches on. Forehand return is long. Good serve, Emma. 30-15. Raducanu to serve. Goes into the forehand on that serve. But that's a bit cautious there from Emma. Maybe could have gone closer to the line. She's hanging tough, but it doesn't matter because her opponent's going to err. And it's 2 match points for Emma Raducanu. Polite applause from the British team members, as you may well expect. Two match points. Raducanu, where are you going with this serve? You are going to go out wide. It's an unreturnable serve. Excellent. Big, big moment. Big, big point. Emma gets over the line. Despite 1 or 2 little stumbles en route, she wins in straight sets to give Britain a 1-love lead. Well, what do we make of that Emma Raducanu performance? I would say not flawless, but pretty damn good. High fives all round. She will be coming on to give some comments very, very shortly. Embrace with the British team captain. So Britain now leads 1-0. Over to you, Katie Bolter, to see if she can secure the tie for Great Britain. And a place in the final against Italy after their dramatic win last night over Poland. Let's have a look at some of the stats to see where this match was won and lost. Emma getting her first serve in 60% of the time. Not bad. You might want to get it a couple more percent, but that's certainly not too bad. Winners 13 off the racket of Emma to 9 from her opponent. All pretty consistent and understanding that she won the match. However, it's the 26 unforced errors off the racket of... Let's do this for at least one more time.
Viktoria Hruncakova.
Which is why probably the biggest reason that Emma ended up winning the match. 11 double faults from the pair. Certainly not helping either player, and Emma would like to get that down by a couple, especially as it was a straight sets win. Both players under 50% on second serve points won. Of course, there were quite a few breaks. Let's hear what Emma's got to say anyway.
And again, what a performance. It's been the ongoing theme of GBT. You guys are coming out and just playing so strong. I mean, it's just beautiful to watch.
Yeah, I mean, every match is extremely challenging, and I think as the tournament progresses, it's, more and more. And I think today was a really, really tough battle because, my opponent has a huge ball strike, and I think despite her ranking, she plays much above that. And
See, Ghosty?
it really suits her, but I'm really pleased with how I once again composed myself and stuffed it out in both sets.
Was the idea to stay away from her forehand a little bit, because that's a big forehand, and when she has time, 9 out of 10 she's facing that shot.
Yeah, I mean, both sides of hers come with extreme power, and I think if you give her time to either side, she can really hit it. Doesn't matter where. So I think the tactic was to try and keep her moving and not let her just get the strike and the first strike in and make me run around. So I think I did that well with my serving and starting the point, and I'm really happy to come through that because I've actually lost to her before.
You have a bunch of fans in this arena, over there, everywhere. It's like, are we playing in Spain or are we playing in Great Britain? It must be nice to have this support.
Yeah, it's amazing to have this support. I mean, today I really felt like I needed it, and the team is going to need it. So I really appreciate so much support from everyone with the GB flag and also the Spanish flag up there. I saw.
And finally, Katie said the other night that she tries to slow things down so you can make it to see the end of her match.
Katie Bolter, that is.
Be able to see the end of her match today.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to get everything done as soon as possible so I can come back here and support and give everything like I just did on the court, on the bench. And wish her well. She's playing amazing. So I can't wait to come out and support her as well.
Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen, Emma Raducanu.
All smiles there from Emma Raducanu. I want to come back to something that was mentioned in the chat earlier regarding how Emma is thriving in this environment. And as I say, I do think of Colin Montgomery in the way that he would struggle so much in huge pressure moments to finally win a major, something that he was never able to do. And yet, in a team environment, in the Ryder Cup, he would excel. And perhaps we're seeing something quite similar here with Emma, who, of course, has so much scrutiny on her from having won that US Open at such a tender age and without dropping a set, and so much scrutiny from the British media in particular, and such a global icon, that perhaps this team environment actually helps Emma, share some of that responsibility or share some of that collective pressure, if you like, and then actually able to thrive with the responsibility. I know that Katie Bolter is, the British number one and therefore the leader of this team, but in so many respects, the eyes are on Emma Raducanu. Of course, she's playing first, which in a way comes with its own pressure, but actually it's kind of good pressure. You've got that little bit of leeway, if you like, to be able to lose that match, knowing that there's still more to come. So, she is certainly thriving this week as Britain take a significant step towards possibly being in that final tomorrow against Italy. They lead this tie 1-0. Coming back to the stats, let's have a quick look at those before we bring this episode to a close. And she's also enjoying the crowd support as well, of course. So having a quick look at these stats. Look at this. So these stats look a little bit different, but perhaps they are more accurate. Those unforced errors, though, costing Hruncakova quite significantly in this straight set slots. 1 hour and 36 minutes. So, Britain leads 1-0 thanks to Emma Raducanu, who has arguably been the star of the Billie Jean King Cup thus far. Next up, Katie Bolter will try and secure a 2-love lead and therefore unassailable lead for Britain as they attempt to reach the Billie Jean King Cup final. Anyway, that's all from me for now. Make sure you hit that like button, make sure you subscribe and all that other jazz. Become a member to help support the channel. But in the meantime, as my erstwhile colleague and friend Nick Carter would say, keep talking tennis.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis.